is, before you go, is for you, because you said you don't believe in a creator. Can you tell me where did the universe come from?
The universe?
Yes.
The Big Bang.
The Big Bang. Do you know what the Big Bang is?
Yeah, like an implosion.
No. Big Bang is a energy and matter compressed into a singularity that expanded very quickly. Okay? Now, where did the energy and matter come from?
It was already existing in the universe.
No, there was no universe at that time.
Well, it was already existing.
From
somewhere.
where? How? Where did it come from?
If you go far back, I could ask you the same question. Where did Allah come from?
Excellent question. I would answer it by saying you cannot have an infinite chain of dependent things. Meaning, you cannot have someone that created Allah, because you will ask the same question: who created Allah? And then you will ask who created Allah? And if we have an infinite chain of dependent things, we wouldn't exist today. But the fact that we exist, it means that there's something eternal always existing that is there. And we say that's what we refer to as Allah. So it's very easy to answer your question. And now, can you answer my question about the energy of matter and how did they expand by themselves and where did they come from?
No, because I'm not a scientist.
Okay, so I want you to think, even scientists don't have an answer to that question. They're not going to help you there, right? Because whatever was before the Big Bang is outside the realm of science. Because science is based on materialism.
Yeah.
And it's based on what we can observe. Exactly. And they say, at the time of the Big Bang, there was infinite equations. These all laws that we use today are not applicable at that time. Therefore, we cannot understand what was going on. So they admit that they do not know what was happening at the time of the Big Bang or before it. Now, but we know that energy and matter is not a conscious entity that moves by itself, right or wrong? Atoms do not move by themselves. Therefore, they would require a cause. First, for them to exist, number one. Number two, for them to expand, for us to have the universe that we have. And imagine this, it just happened and we have this magnificent universe with galaxies of stars and orbits for each planet, electromagnetic waves, gravity that works precisely, allowing Earth to exist. So it just happened, right?
It just happened to be spot on. That's great.
Okay, so we're saying which one is the rational conclusion? To claim that, I don't know, it just happened, or to,
No, I'm not
to claim...
saying I don't know, it just happened. I'm saying
Why are you saying
science happened. To me, it's not rational to say
Science
like,
is not-
there's a guy inside this guy and he's going.
We don't say there's a guy.
Not there.
We don't say there's a guy though.
Whatever, like, you know what I mean.
Just Christianity. We say there is a higher entity, a higher power.
But to me,
Allah.
that's not rational.
Why?
Why would I believe in something I've never seen or heard or felt?
Do you have a brain? Do you have a brain? No, wait. I want a more important question. Do you have a brain? Do you have a brain? Have you seen your brain?
I can see it on a brain
No.
scan,
Have you seen your
but
brain?
I can see my brain.
No. You're not answering.
haven't,
No.
but I
Okay.
can.
Okay.
I
Thank
can
you.
see it tomorrow.
No, step by step. You said you haven't seen your brain, and you said you cannot believe in that which you haven't seen. Therefore, why do you believe in your brain when you haven't seen your brain?
Because I know it's there.
Sorry?
I know it's there. Like,
Okay, so you don't need to see something to believe it, right?
I've seen brains.
No. I'm making now.
Not my brain. I've never seen any gods.
Okay,
let
now,
alone-
do you want to retract your statement? You don't need to see something. You're still on your statement, right?
Okay, you don't need to see it. I want proof that it's there. I want an experience.
Okay,
I've experienced my brain because I'm really smart.
Okay, so now,
But I've never experienced God.
have you been to China? Why is China?
The country.
How do you know you've never been there?
I don't know.
So why is the proof? You just said you...
But I'm not going to walk around going, does China exist? Like, I'm not that skeptical.
So does China exist? Does China exist?
Probably.
Probably. Why? But you have no
I
evidence
know
for it.
Chinese people.
Okay. How when they say?
You know what I mean? I've had experiences.
No. I'm trying to make a point, and I know you don't. Deep down, you don't believe in what you're saying. You don't necessarily need evidence for everything in order for you to believe it. You do not have conclusive evidence the Earth is round, but you still believe the Earth is round. You do not have conclusive evidence that your doctor, when you go to, have you been to the NHS?
Yeah.
Okay. When they tell you take this medicine, do you take the medicine or do you ask him to show you his certificate of qualification when he went there and he studied? What do you do?
Like, take it.
Okay, why? You don't have evidence that he's a reliable doctor and that the evidence is good.
The evidence is that he sat in a chair. Do you get what I'm saying? So maybe it's not direct evidence, but it's.
You sat on a chair.
rationale.
Sorry?
He sat in a chair in a doctor's office. He's not going to be there.
So it's testimony. It's a testimony of the government, of the council, that this is a reliable person who was able... Okay, so testimony is a valid source of knowledge. You didn't need to see it.
So I take all testimony as a valid source of knowledge.
So now we agree, you don't necessarily need to see something, but testimony is another valid source. I'm just trying to make you understand.
Not necessarily need to see it, but I would like to have an experience with something before I commit to it.
Yeah, no, we're not talking about committing. I'm just.
I'm stood here with a Quran in my hand. I have one at home and I have a Muslim boyfriend. I'm very open to the possibility of it existing. I'm not fully there.
Yeah, no. I'm just trying to make you understand that like, how your worldview is irrational, right? Because unfortunately, a lot of people, they are agnostic or atheists, and they come to a Muslim or a religious person, and they think they have a higher intellectual grounds, in which they can now question that Muslim is what, and they have no basis for nothing, no basis for morality, no explanation for how the universe exists, right? No explanations for different sources of knowledge. So if this is your position, then you need to reflect it. If I were in your position, I would be thinking, why am I believing what I believe? Why am I in a position where nothing makes sense, nothing has no meaning? So I would say the universe, now to answer the question that you made, I would say the universe is evidence that the creator exists. Can you create a universe? Can you create a universe?
Not on this scale.
Okay, so what do you need to create a universe on the scale? What attributes do you need?
I don't think you would need attributes. I don't think you would need attributes.
So you don't need knowledge, you don't need wisdom in order for you to have zillions of stars and galaxies. You don't need power to create atoms that each one of you split.
I don't think you
Creates a
need
nuclear
knowledge,
explosion.
Wisdom, mercy. I don't think you need any of that to create a universe.
So you should be able to create it then. Go ahead. Make the universe number 2.
But I'm not a body of science.
No, you just claim you don't need power, energy. You don't need nothing to create a universe. So you have to create a universe for
I
us.
can't create a massive implosion and create a
Why not?
singularity because of course I can't.
Why not?
Of course I can't. It's like asking a cow to do a backflip. You can't do it.
No, I'm asking why not. Give me a reason.
Human, I can't.
Human, so you have limited attributes. Is that what you're saying? So you need maximal attributes to be able to do it. That's what I was just saying. And the maximally perfect attributes is possessed by God.
You need attributes. I think you need to be science to create. Like you need to.
Do you know what science is?
Yeah.
Tell me.
The study of it, or like
Yeah, what is the scientific method?
everything around us. Science embodies so many things. It's a study of observation.
It has a definition. Do you know the definition of scientific method? Okay, so when you say you need to be science, that makes no rational sense.
Obviously, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay, because science is not an entity that exists, that you can touch and can do things, right? Science is a concept. Scientific method is a study of the physical world through experimentation, repeatability, and falsification. That's the definition of science. Do you know where science comes? Do you know who developed this method? It's a Muslim. His name was Al-Hassan ibn Haytham in Andalusia. His book Optics, who developed the new scientific method that you're using today. So when you talk to Muslims about science, we know very well what science is. Science is just a tool. It's an instrument that you can use to discover.
Science is a tool. I think it's the beginning.
Beginning of what?
I don't think science is an observation. I think science is both an observation
2 minutes
and
ago
the
you
thing
said it.
itself.
2 minutes ago you said it's an observation.
It's an observation, but it's also the thing itself. It's the operation that's going on, and then the observation. So in science, you have the things happening, and you also have the observation. Then after that, you have results, you have classifications, you have like.
Where is in science? Where can I see that science? What's going on inside of it? Where is that science where I can see what's going on inside?
We can see science all the time.
What is that? Tell me. So we can see observations, repeatability, and
We
falsification.
can see things happening. We see all the time. We see chemical reactions. We see
So me drinking water is science, yeah?
happening.
Me drinking water is science.
There's science involved in the process.
Right now we're doing science.
Of course.
Okay,
How is
so
everything not
okay.
science? Are we not atoms?
Can you tell me? Okay.
As we speak?
Are you a
Are there not
scientist?
sound waves going from here to there?
Let me ask you a question. Are you a scientist?
No.
Okay. Can you bring one scientist who would define science as everything, please? Go ahead.
We define science as everything.
Your definition, basically, that everything is science. Which scientist on earth defines science to be
I
everything?
don't know. I don't care about what anyone else is. I'm saying it.
Well, you're not a scientist.
And
So what basis are you defining science?
because I can still talk about something without being qualified in it.
No, you're defining it. It's different.
If I was a scientist, would you have accepted my answer?
No, I will ask you, where's your qualification? On what basis did you come to that conclusion? There is an agreed upon definition that I just gave you.
Yeah.
That science is the study of the physical world. We have to study things which are material. For example,
We
science.
don't have to study things that are material in science, though.
So what do we study in
Things that
science?
are tangible, things that we can touch.
Sorry?
Things that are tangible, things that
Yes,
we can
that's
touch.
what material means.
But science, yeah, so if that's what you mean by material, that's not true because science, we don't have to just only study material things. We don't only have to study tangible things. We can study things that we can't touch all the time, like string theory.
Okay. Is string theory based on what's going on in the cosmos, which is matter?
Yeah.
Okay,
But
so it's
not
matter.
tangible, it's not material.
No,
which
it is.
you said.
The universe is all atoms, matter, but
It's
physical.
not material. I said, by material, do you mean tangible? Do you mean can touch? And you said yes.
Yes, and the universe is that. It's atoms.
Can't touch it though.
Can't touch it. Okay, look, I'm just gonna honestly look. Well, I would recommend you actually just like think about how you
I'm
spoke of.
open to it completely.
No, it's okay, but like, with all due respect, you said your name is Brooke, right? You are speaking about things without knowledge, with all due respect. And I understand because I'm questioning you on things on the spot. You've not before researched them, you're not aware of them. But I wouldn't say making things up is the way to go, right? The way to go is to maybe humble ourselves and say, I do not know. I need to investigate, I need to look into this more, and I need to come to a conclusion, right? Not to make up things as I go, make up definitions and make up my own answers to questions which are incorrect, right? All I'm saying is this, right? Think about your own personal existence and how this magnificent universe, which requires maximally perfect attributes, as you agreed with me, came into existence. You agree?
I don't think so. I think the Big Bang was an accident. I don't believe you need maximally perfect attributes to
But
create
how?
it.
Where did the
I don't
accident?
think it is perfect. I think it's a crock of shit.
Where did the accident come from?
Huh?
Where did the accident come from? Where did the energy and matter come from? How did they start
Whatever
moving?
was there before.
What was there before?
But I could say to you, where did Allah come from? Do you get what I'm saying?
What I can see now is we're going in a circle because I did
Yeah.
address that question before, isn't it? Okay, look, think about what I said.
Okay.
And, I'm not trying just to put you on the spot. I'm trying to make you think, right? Because you were in a position more, when you were talking to my brother, you were in a position more of thinking that you require justifications, but you have things to justify as well from your position, right? There's a lot. I think our position is the most rational position that could exist. Any theist position is a rational position, right? The atheist position is the irrational position because it rejects this magnificent amount of evidence around you, the existence of the universe, your self's existence, which is a sign of existence of creator, right? So all I was saying is just think about what I said, read the Quran, and if you've got a question